Welcome to this week's Whiskey Burn, and this week it's all about what's on the box. Do we care what's on the box? Should we care what's on the box? And what do we like about the box? Is it our first sell of the whiskey? So I have three different types of boxes. Well, that's a bit of a tin. This is the Speyside 15, distilled in 2009, a 15-year-old there. Tube with tin on top. I'll go through these in a bit. I've got the Cragganmore 12 and I have the Akashi, which is a cardboard box. So, should we care what's on the box? It's up to you, really. I personally like to see a whiskey come in a nice box. A lot of my whiskies have the box behind the whiskey. I think it looks quite nice, quite pleasing. Some whiskies come without, so things like Famous Grouse, Bells. It's another cost for the whiskey provider, basically. So, start with this one. I quite like it. I like the tubes. This is quite nice. It's information-wise. It has what it's called, small batch edition, number 18 single malt Scotch whisky, Speyside 15. It's first fill and refill Oloroso sherry butts from Pit Lochry to the world. And that is pretty much it. Barcode on the back. That is it. Zero tasting notes, zero information about the product or where it's come from or its distillery or anything like that at all. It's simply, here it is. Now that could be a cost saving exercise because it would need another sticker on the back. The sticker is a sticker. I say tin. It's cardboard with a tin top and a tin bottom. I don't mind it. I prefer a bit more information. So the Speyside, that's one type, quite cheap. Obviously things like Famous Grouse and Bells that just are a bottle will save money and obviously don't have boxes. Next up I've got the Akashi here, the Japanese one. Relatively just cardboard. I was going to say thick cardboard then, I can't even open it. It's sort of one of those, you know when you go to a pizza and you see them go and suddenly your box is there. Well, this looks like a similar kind of thing, and then someone's stuck the sticker on. One sticker, bosh, bosh, bosh. On it, it's got its make, it says blended whiskey. Very straight and to the point. On the back, it says product of Japan, 40%, 500ml. And it has its address, exclusive distributor in France as a barcode. On the side, it tells you a bit about the distillery, when it was founded. It just talks about basically how they put the whiskey, the blend whiskey in different barrels. That's about it. A little bit of history, quite nice, especially as I have never heard of this. I brought it, did a trial on it. It was really nice. But it's nice to know a bit more rather than having to get the old computer out and Google it. It's quite nice to actually read a bit of history about it. Quite nice, very basic, and I imagine a very cheap box because it is literally card that's been would have been flat packed, made up, one sticker on. So cheap, but you know. Next up, I have the Cragganmore 12 cardboard box, pretty standard with what you get for whiskey bottles. It's cardboard with a shiny finish to it. There's a proper word for that. Can't remember what it's called. Quite a lot on this. Barcode on the bottom, little gimmick on the top. I quite like this in the sense that it has information. The logo, Cragganmore, goes all the way around on all four sides. Bit of blunt information on the front. It's a Cragganmore 12 Speyside single malt, 40%, 700ml. Tiny blurb on the side. An elegant, sophisticated Speyside with the most complex aroma of any malt. Astonishingly fragrant. Let's try and sell our product. That's what that is. The other side says the same. Exactly the same as that side. Well, why not? Doesn't matter, does it? On the back, bit of information about the distillery, bit of information about this bottle particularly, and then it goes into what it's talking about. So, the tasting note. I think it's important to have tasting notes on the bottle, and on top of the box, because for me, when you get this, what you pick this up, don't you? You pick up the box. You don't pick up the box and go, oh, there's no tasting notes on it. I wonder if it's on the bottle. So let's have a look. Got a little bit left. The tasting notes are on the front, but in a lot more less amount than what's on the box. So for me, I find it quite important that you have tasting notes on the box. There's plenty of room. I mean, yeah, it might be another sticker, tiny bit on that. You know, you're designing a product someone's going to spend a fair bit of money on. I think it's important to tell them how it's going to taste. So that's why I quite like this. This 15 is in here in my little fancy thing. Let's give it a quick turn, see what's on the back of that. No tasting notes on the back of the bottle. So this whiskey has 0 tasting notes on the bottle or its box that it came in. Nothing. So to me, I know what I'll get with a Speyside whiskey, which is this lovely gold colour. That's it. So for me, I think, yes, I do care what is on a box. I care what they write about, and I care what it looks like, because if I saw one that I didn't like the look of, then I probably wouldn't pick it up to even look to see if it had tasting notes. But I like the way that looks. I like this for its simplicity, and I'm not a massive fan of this at all. But the whiskey is nice. So there you go. Comment below, let me know what you think about boxes. Have you actually given it any thought? Do you sit there and think, I don't care about boxes, I don't care what's on the box? But when you go and buy a whiskey, would you care what's on the box? Because you pick the box up with the bottle inside, or in some places you take the box to the till and then they will get the bottle for you. Either way, you are picking it up from the box, and sometimes what it looks like is your first, right. So there you go. Let me know. But that's it for this week. Short and sweet. Just like this. Lovely Speyside. Enjoy your whiskey and I'll catch you next week. Sláinte.